Hey everyone, and welcome back. Steve here with Kevin. This week we're going to be working on escaping side control. Let's get started. So there are several different escapes. We're just going to focus right now on being able to shrimp to our guard, our open or closed guard. When Kevin is in side control, there are many different hand and foot place orientations, meaning he can have his hands on one side or the other. His hips can be turned out towards my head or towards my legs. We'll start with just a standard side control, a chest-to-chest pinning position. And understand, even if we're just going to stay within, the chest-to-chest orientation, his hands could be gripped super tight where he's inside, really smashing me down. Or if I'm paying attention as he's passing my guard, my goal would be to get my forearms to control this top arm, right? If I can keep his arm in the direction of the side he's passing for making good connection, it not only allows me to move, turn my head, which allows me to move my whole body, it lets me breathe. It really is a big difference. So if it's possible, I want to check this arm so that he's not able to wrap around my neck. And if I do that, I'm going to have my feet as close to my hips as possible. I'm going to bridge onto my right shoulder towards Kevin. Now, as I bridge, my arms are trying to help me move his weight off of my center line. So when I bridge, I drive, especially my outside, my left elbow, his weight across. Now, as soon as I feel my hips at their apex, where they can't go any higher, I will use my feet to slide my hips away. At that point, my arms lock into place to try to keep my opponent up where I just move them. As I slide back, I'll take my bottom leg, which is this side's my right knee, towards my right elbow. Once I make this connection, I work for inside positioning, feet on the hips, or pull him into my closed guard. Again. So assuming I see him passing, before he's able to get control, I want to be able to check his arm. Now my feet are in tight, I'm going to bridge. Again, when I bridge, I'm not pushing him up with my arms. I'm not going to try to lift Kevin. It's more about trying to move him from where his head being across my body to where I'm able to literally take his weight over to the side. For right now, I don't want to give up my hands being in between us, so I just use my left elbow as to the best of my ability here to bridge. And again, I turn my head, I drive my left elbow, his weight over, still controlling his arm. Now once I'm on my right shoulder, I slide my hips back, just enough. Then I take my bottom leg, which is my right leg, through the center. I could absolutely do this with my top leg, but I would end up having to transition to more like a turtle position first before I'm able to get back to my guard, right? And for this, we're focusing on getting to our legs. Now, like I said, ideally, I want to be able to check this arm. If I'm not so lucky and he gets on the inside, number one, it's absolutely possible when I'm splayed out here to work my hand to the inside position, meaning I would slide my hips away and pull, because I do want this elbow on his hip line. Again, it's the tip of my elbow. It's not going to be like my hand, ideally. It'd be when his hips are up this high, it's just my elbow. If his hips were low, like towards my feet, at that point, it could be my hand, but when he's up in the regular side, it's going to be more to the tip of my elbow. And then I could, make a small half fist go across the back of his neck so it's tight and go underneath his chin. Just a 1, 2. And from this inside position, do what we did before, where I walk my feet in, I bridge, my left elbow drives his head over to the side, I slide my hips away, get my right leg underneath, and I'm in my open guard. But if he's out here, and I get my elbow in, I don't have to get this hand underneath his chin. It is surprisingly powerful to simply take this arm to the crown of the head. Now, connecting my bridge with a strong crossface, meaning my forearm will bend his neck, bringing his ear towards his shoulder. But I want this whole mass of his head and shoulder moved from this side to this side of my body. Now, without relieving the pressure, I slide my hips away, and I'll put my bottom leg through. Again, working for inside positioning, so I can see either my open guard or closed. So again, worst case scenario here. Again, if his knees up high to my head, I can absolutely use that bridging, moving motion to help me get this arm in. Meaning I would bridge and drive on his neck to move his weight a little bit and pull here to get that elbow in as I come back down. And now again, I could try to get under his chin or just work at the crown of the head. Again, as I bridge off my feet, I'm turning his head, I'm moving his head from one side to the other. Here. Now I slide my hips away, staying on my side. Once my hips slide away, my weight goes to my hips so that my shoulders can move away as my feet come in between. So in this week's grappling circuit, we're going to start underneath side control. We're going to do just 4 5-minute matches like always. And depending upon the level of your partner, you can either let them start in good position or not. Obviously, if you're working with someone who's way more experienced, your goal should be to work submissions, to try to make them tap, to pin them as hard as you can. But if your partner's newer, again, it's about giving them a level appropriate amount of resistance. So we're going to go again, starting from side control. Person on top's going to work either just control or control with submissions. Person on bottom's working to get to their guard. Obviously, like we said before, there are other escapes from side control, and during our kind of flow positional sparring, you will, I'm sure, see different variations. But if you're newer, your goal is to focus on this one. And obviously, if you're more experienced, you can use any escape that you know that's appropriate. All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute. I'll see you guys then.